What's up, folks? Welcome to the channel. I'm Don. Hope things are going well for you. I am doing a special it was a special donation request by Darren Lindsay. So Darren, shout out to you. Thank you for that. And he requested that I do "Lady" by Kenny Rogers. Now, it is a Lionel Richie cover, but Darren, you said in the comments that something to the effect that it was a recording of Kenny's where did you say something like he had a cold or his voice wasn't quite right, but you said that added to the feel of the song. So we're going to find out how this goes. And just so you guys know, the information is in the description box down below. I don't promote it. It's just kind of like not my thing, but I will do, if you want to make a donation to the channel, the information is down below. Just so that you know, I get them up, the donation requests up within a week. And right now I've probably got about 150 song requests, not donation requests, just song requests. So when you make a donation, though, I move it way up the list toward the top. But it does take me a little bit to get to them. So there you have it, guys. This song by Lionel Richie was on the radio every other minute. And so let's see what Kenny does with it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have a new single that's been out maybe 10 days or so. For those of you who have not heard it, I will tell you that it was written and produced by a young man named Lionel Richie of the Commodores. And it's called "Lady." Lady, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you.
I've heard this rendition.
You have made me what I am. I am yours. My love, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore.
It's good mic technique.
You have gone and made me such a fool. I'm so lost in your love, and oh, we belong together. Won't you believe in my song? Lady, for so many years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life and made me whole.
Made me what?
Forever. Let me wake to see you each and every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. In my eyes, I see no one else but you. There's no other love like I love.
That is a great feeling in life. I never really listened to the words because I was a rock guy back in the day, so I didn't really listen to Lionel. I mean, you'd hear a few bars on the radio and then turn the station or whatever. But I've heard Kenny's rendition, just parts of it. And of course, in movies, or whatever, you probably hear a line here or there. But it's interesting that Kenny chose this song because he could pick any song he wants to cover, right? But this obviously resonated with him. And I wonder, like, when he sings this, if he has a certain image or woman in his mind that helps carry him to that space to where he sings it with the emotion that he's singing it with. I imagine he is.
And And yes, oh yes, I'll always want you near me. I've waited for you for so long. You're my lady.
That's very cool to see the love that they showed him for that. There's a lot going on there, though, because as a performer, when you take a song that was as popular as Lionel Richie's original of this, and you're going to cover it, in your mind, you're like, as an artist, as a human being, you're like, I've got to do this justice. I'm taking this song that's a monster hit that Lionel Richie totally knocked out of the park on Made His Own. It was an international sensation hit. And now I'm going to cover that. Like, you have to do it justice. And Kenny did do it justice. But what goes on in your mind as a performer before you get on stage, while you're on stage, you know, if you've performed a song, as anytime you see something like this, you've performed it hundreds of times, even if in your own studio or home to get the cadence right. But when you're on stage, it's a whole different ballgame. And this looked like it was made just to make this recording and, you know, other songs, of course, because the stage, the people were right there. It wasn't quite theater in the round, but it was almost like theater in the square where everybody was right there. So, you know, oh, Kenny was wearing white. I'm wearing white. I'm like an ice cream man now that I think of it. I see myself on the camera. So Darren, yeah, I'm not going to rate that. That's sort of like my modus operandi, as I let people know that, you know, when I do these special requests, donation requests and such, I just like to analyze and look at it. And it was beautiful. But I wonder what your reasoning was. I'm always curious, even when anybody requests any song. Sometimes they just want to see me do a reaction and see me squirm or see me laugh or whatever, or get my thoughts, which I appreciate. But when people make a donation request, it's typically for a specific reason that goes beyond just seeing my reaction. And so I'm curious to know what the impetus was for you. You don't have to say it, obviously. This is just what goes on in my brain, and that's it. So thank you again, Darren. Kenny Rogers was just unbelievable. I mean, that rasp. I went to a basketball game last night, and my voice is hoarse. And I called a friend on my way home, and she has a she's a world-class vocalist, literally. And she's got the greatest speaking voice in the world. I just drink it in when she talks. But she hears me with all this rasp, and she said, I felt good about this. She's like, it just sounds so much more manly or masculine when you go deep like that. And I couldn't help it because my voice was hoarse. It still is. And Kenny had a little bit more of that raspiness in his voice. You were right. And so I hope this was the rendition that you wanted, Darren. And so there it is. All right, guys, leave your comments for Darren. Leave your comments for me, whatever. Be kind, the usual. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.